How's it, guys? Welcome to another episode of Eddie Plays Music. My name's Eddie. I'll be playing the music, but not so fast today. Today is day 30. Now, I see that from the calendar, I have been playing drums for 8 weeks. So I thought, my first day being the 18th of March of the year 2025. It's this year of 2025. If you're watching it another year, well, that's good. So I wanted to do a recap on everything that I have learned and just do a breakdown of everything, because just as a reminder, this YouTube channel is not specifically drumming, but it is specifically music. So in this video, in these videos, should I say, I'm actually making a chronicle or a diary of my experience with the drums, on everything I do on the drums. I think that everything I do on the drums has been on these YouTube videos or on these streams. So hardly a day has gone by where I practice and I don't record it. I've been filming everything so that it's a good documentation of me on the drum kit. Okay, so let's get back to it. It has been 8 weeks now. And yeah, let's kick it. So I started with matchstick or match grip. Now with the match grip, these are nice. These are LA Specials. I just bought them yesterday for the hell of it, because I wanted to see how much those Vic Firth drumsticks cost, but man, they're very expensive. So what I did is I bought the LA Special, which are just a step down, because that means that they're not balanced. Ooh, I can feel it. This stick is heavier than that one. We'll weigh them now. Okay, so I've been doing the matchstick grip. Okay, so the matchstick grip is whereas first I started just doing them like that, but as soon as I watched the Dimitri Fantini channel, he said, man, you've actually got to get yourself a line and come back to that line. As soon as I was done with the matchstick grips, which, just by the way, the matchstick grips I was doing for about a week before I started streaming all my videos. So as soon as I started streaming, and then I also started doing the push-pull technique. Ooh, these are nice. Man, these sticks are actually pretty cool, even though they're unbalanced. Wow, I like them. That's the first time I'm trying them, just by the way. So the push-pull technique, I spent probably well over a week on it, because that is something that I struggled with quite a lot, and that actually emphasized that my left hand is very, very weak, and that my left hand needs far more work than my right hand actually needs. With my right hand, I can pick up techniques really quick. With my left, no such luck. So that would be the matchstick and the push-pull technique, because I loved it. When I saw a lot of videos of people doing the push-pull technique, I thought to myself, man, I gotta pause everything, I gotta sit down and I gotta learn it ASAP. Then after that, I did the traditional grip. So the traditional grip is quite tricky. I haven't gotten mastered at all according to the videos I'm watching, but that's something that actually takes years to do. Okay, so alright, it'll take years. That's where I'm at. I watched a lot of Rob Brown to try and get the traditional grip, and even then I couldn't get it right, and I actually had to watch a whole lot of other videos that also went into minute details, just to try and re-emphasize everything that I'd learned with the traditional grip. And the traditional grip, I'm accepting that it's going to be a lifetime commitment if I want to continue with it, which I definitely will. Then after that, it's not really doing this in chronological order. So anyway, the fourth thing that I've learned in these past 2 months is to use the kick. And with the kick, I've incorporated it into the rudiments. So that's how I actually started getting the kick into my actual exercise, is through the rudiments. The same thing with the push-pull technique, and the same thing with the traditional grip. I've done push-pull and traditional grip, and also matchstick. All of them, I've done them with the rudiments. So the rudiments have been absolutely priceless at this beginning phase of my drumming walk. And I know, hands down, I know that I'm never going to actually desert the rudiments. The rudiments is something that I'll be using for the rest of my life, because I know a lot of other drummers have actually said that, professional drummers and what have you. And then the hi-hat. So I've been learning also to kick the hi-hat. Okay, the hi-hat, same story. I've been doing the exercises where I've been doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Same thing I've been doing with the drums, where I've been doing 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so all of that. So the kick and the hi-hat, I had to start incorporating into my drums, because I was just playing with my hands and that was frustrating me a bit. I wanted to get these guys all involved. One of the surprisingly more challenging steps in drumming have been accents. Accents I had been ignoring and avoiding for quite a while, even though I was watching all these YouTube videos and doing all of these exercises where they've actually spoke about accents. I totally ignored them. I just wanted to play. So as soon as I started doing a Dimitri Fantini exercise, I started incorporating accents, because I knew that was something that I had never done before. So it was surprisingly difficult. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 block, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 5 and 7, something like that. I got to get back to those exercises. So that was with the accents. That's number 6 that I've mentioned now. 7th is to unlock the feet and the hands. That is another Dimitri Fantini exercise that I'd been doing. That is the last exercise that I did. If you watch the video that I posted before this one, you'll see that that was the last exercise I did, and I actually put in quite a bit of effort, and I played it for quite a long time. So I think the unlocking was pretty much there. That was number 7. Number 8 is reading of the kick, hi-hat and snare. If you watch many of my previous videos, you'll see that I had music notations all over here and I was playing along with those music notations. I've gotten away from those music notations, and I had a lot of exercises that I had created. I had them printed, and that is something that I'm going to be doing in future. If I want to do a new exercise, I'm going to print it, I'm going to put it up. I think I'm going to put it up here, because when I'm turning like this, it's starting to hurt my neck. So I want it right in front of me. I'll move my bongos here or something, or I'll move them over that side. Anyway, I'm not even close to playing bongos. Sure, actually sound pretty cool, but not the way I play them. Anyway, so that was reading kick, hi-hat and snare. I think I've become a little bit more competent than what I was initially. So that's pretty cool. That's number 8. I'm going to be adding the toms and everything else. I think it's the toms and the cymbals I'll be adding pretty soon. Alright, and then number 9 is the rudiments. The rudiments, I've played all of them. I believe that I have succeeded in getting them all right, excepting the buzz roll. The buzz roll has been eluding me for quite a while, so I need to get back onto the buzz roll. I don't want to ignore it for too long, but I really do want to get into it. It's just that I've been watching video after video after video on the buzz roll, and I just haven't been able to get it right. It's just a matter of sitting down and practicing. Alright, so also throughout all this time I have increased my collection in drumsticks, so that I can experience every drumstick that I have. I've gone from 2 initial pairs to 14 pairs. Now, my initial pairs have been these ones, the Novas. Okay, Novas I've enjoyed playing with. This is probably the ones, these are probably the sticks that I play with the most. I absolutely love them. They're very well balanced. They make from USA hickory 5Bs, and they are nylon tips, and that's okay with me. I've been playing with those the most. Another one of my favorites, this is a second drumstick that I've gotten, that I ever owned, was the Asanazi A5As. These were very cheap. They actually came through to me with a drum pad, the practice pad. Now the practice pad has been an invaluable resource to me in my walk with the drumsticks. I absolutely love the pad. In fact, it's permanently on top of my snare and hi-hat. After those, there were some other drumsticks that I bought. I'm trying to get them all up here. Oh yeah, I bought these big boys over here, ProMark. These are not drumming sticks. You don't I don't play my drums with these at all. If often, and if I do, I just do for gigs and gags. But this is for a marching band. These drumsticks are, if you're in a marching band, you're looking at these, you'll know exactly what they are. Harvey Thompson and Ralph Nader, Harvey Thompson. Okay, these are very cool. I love these sticks. I love playing with them because their bounce back is so cool, and they're also longer than my other drumsticks. After that, what I actually did get was a whole lot of drumsticks that I bought from Timu, and that's all of these. I bought 4 bamboo drumsticks, which I think was a bit overkill. These drumsticks, they don't have such a nice bounce, but they're actually pretty strong, and they're I think that's acorn tipped. No, that's not. Those are barrel tipped. And I think they're pretty cool because they got the grip, they're fancy, and you know, people come to my house, I'll just show them and they'll be like, wow, cool, man. And then I got these African these drumsticks. They're called Slade. They're made out of some African hardwood. 5As, GB08, not sure what that means. But man, these are nice. They've got a nice bounce back. It's nice to hold, a nice hardwood. Another one is, and they're heavy, they're quite heavy. These ones are even heavier. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they may be thicker. But these have also been nice, and the bounce back on these things is absolutely killer. And then I got these. They're also made out of some African wood, but these are very light, very, very light. And they've actually got a tremendous bounce back. So I dig these sticks as well. I like going through all my sticks. Then I've got another set of, I think these are acorn tips, another set of, I think these are bamboos, I'm not sure. Arlex 5A drumsticks. I'm not sure if they're bamboo or just plain pine or something. But I like these. These are also pretty cool. And then there is my graphites. My graphites don't have much of a bounce back, but I believe you can hit the drum kit as hard as you want with these and you'll never break the sticks. So I played these a lot when I was doing the Dimitri Fantini exercise, which are exercise I really enjoyed to try and unlock my arms. Other drumsticks is these taboo sticks over here. These is a set of 7 drumsticks. That's very weird, but anyway. So these 2 drumsticks these are mostly varnished. Now these 2, they're all classics. I bought them, they're pretty ancient. I bought them from an antique store. I had to have them, I really liked them. So I bought them all. I think I paid $300 for the whole set. And they've got some engravings on them that I can't find who actually developed or made these. These ones don't even have a make or a brand on them that I could see. But and also it's a broken stick. So I'm not going to be playing with that one for any time soon. Okay, varnished drumsticks have got a funny feel. They've got a strange feel. And then these are my latest. I've just played them now. They're LA specials. So I think they're pretty cool. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that I've increased in my in what I have. I've also bought the holder for my drumsticks and a dampener. I've created a damper or for my kit as well. And then all of these rubber circles, which I don't know if I've shown you guys in previous videos, but I built a whole lot of rubber mats like this. And they smell like rubber. Okay, and then I just put them over the stick. I just put them over the drum kit, and not too much of a bounce back. It's far better with the okay. So I've muted also my entire drum kit. Okay, what else did I do? The rudiments, and then I've created also for myself a lot of written exercises, and how can I say? Yeah, just written exercises specifically for the kick and for the hi-hat. I use the same exercise for these both, and also I've written exercises for hand and feet, which I've been doing to try and get my hands and feet working together, and also to do some exercises for reading. So that has actually been working for me pretty cool. I think my camera's flashing. Okay, we're still good. Alright, And yes, for kick hi-hat and snare, I've written exercises. And what else? Okay, all of this whole entire 8 weeks and even before has all been coordinated with the metronome. I have not stepped outside of the metronome. Metronome I'm using on each and every single exercise. If you watch my videos, you'll see that there isn't one exercise that I do without my metronome. And it's always here, and I'm always ready to plug it in, and I'm always ready to go for it. So the metronome has been absolutely rudiment and irreplaceable with my exercises, and it's actually part of my drum kit. Metronome is part of my gear. And yeah, so I'm always on the metronome every time I play, and yeah, that I think is standard procedure. I've been watching a lot of videos and watching what the professionals say. Watching videos, especially on drumeo, where they interview drummers and ask them questions, and I'm always listening to check what these guys are saying about this and that and equipment and sound and all of that. And they will say, look, you got to practice with a click track. But Danny Carey, or Carey, however you pronounce it, he actually speaks about allowing a song to breathe, which is interesting terminology, because he said that he will play at the beginning of it. I think he said that, I'm not sure, I stand to be corrected, but that he would listen to a click track just to get the timing, and then I think he would switch it off and carry on in motor or automatic. So his exact words was allowing a song to breathe. And yeah, that sounds pretty much right, because if you look at the 1960s and what have you, you look at a band like the Jimi Hendrix Experience, I believe that they never jammed to a click track. If you put Jimi Hendrix Experience to a click track, they'll be off, because they never played with a click track. They played according to feel. Well, you make of that what you will. I stand to be corrected. If I'm wrong about that, then put a comment on the video. Do that, you know, to correct me or whatever. I don't want to say things that are wrong, but that's something that I heard even from some other YouTubers out there. And the 12th thing that I have been doing is I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on drumming. At least every day, at least half an hour. On the weekends, more than an hour, on just guys drumming. And I'd like to mention 4 channels that have been getting me through in my early drum career. Now that it's only 8 weeks, is Rob Brown. So Rob Brown, I've been watching him a lot, mainly because of the content that he does on the traditional grip. And the traditional grip is a hand technique that I really want to get into, because every drummer, almost every drummer that I've seen, actually uses the traditional grip in one form or another. And I'm talking about very well-respected and famous drummers. You know, they use the traditional grip. Hard to master, they all say. They would all agree, you know. And Dimitri Fantini, I've mentioned him twice in the video already. I've been doing his unlock exercises. What stands him out, what brings him up from all the other YouTube channels in its own way, is that Dimitri Fantini is a teacher. You can see that the way he explains things, the way he plays the drums, the way he's actually positioned these entire YouTube channels, is that the guy's a natural born teacher. And that's why I've been watching a lot of Dimitri Fantini. So I'll be going back to him to see what else he's up to, what else he's doing, you know, what else I can take from him. The same with Rob Brown. I'll be doing the same. Then you've got Love to Learn Drums. And Love to Learn Drums she's got a lot of YouTube shorts where you can steal a lot of fills from. You can learn a lot of fills from watching her videos, and that is actually pretty cool. And she's also quite informative in a whole lot of things. So I'll go back to that channel and I'll watch his videos a lot. And then there's Drumeo, and that is just for pure drumming content. These guys interview the world's greatest drummers and also put the world's greatest drummers to the test. They got once a very memorable video is where they got Mike Portnoy, the drummer from Dream Theater, to actually play some videos, to play some drums, to play some drums for one of the songs of Tool, and he actually pulled it off. And you know, the drummer of Tool is Danny Carey, which is hailed as one of the greatest drummers in the world at the moment. So those are the 4 YouTube channels that I can mention that I've been watching, that have actually been inspiring me and helping me along. There's many other channels I haven't mentioned, but those are the 4 that have been my go-to. Okay. Alright, so that is it for 8 weeks now. And I think every 2 months or 3 months or so, or maybe even once a year, I'm going to be doing a recap of everything that I've done, so that I can keep track of my progress and make sure that my progress is ongoing. And I think that this will be a good exercise, because today I looked and I realized, hey, it's actually 8 weeks straight that I have been actually playing drums almost every day. Yesterday I never played. Okay, so those are the 12 things: matchstick grip, the push-pull, traditional kick, hi-hat, accents, feet and hands unlocking, reading, drum rudiments, written exercises, metronome, and YouTube videos. Okay, so that's me in a nutshell. Hope you've enjoyed this video and perhaps even gotten something out of it. And I'll be doing another video where I'm going to start on something brand new, which I'm very excited about. And keep it hip and happening, guys.